Every year there is a trend where around April, May, basically the start of summer, where everyone starts getting the gym membership, and basically people try to lose like 5, 10, 15 pounds in a span of 30 days, which, if you ask me, is a bit unrealistic. But what if I told you there is a way where you basically do not need to do that? Before I start this video, my name is SharonOraa if you're new here, and over the span of 6 to 8 years, I have basically maintained the same weight bracket. So a little bit of increase for the growth spots, but basically still around the same weight brackets. And people around me most times have attributed it to genetics, right? You know how people say this person is a fast metabolizer, this person is a slow metabolizer, but there are basically two factors that influence weight changes. First being, yes, of course, genetics, which accounts for I think about 30 to 50%. Some people it's actually really high, but the second one is environmental or lifestyle modification, and I tend to look at the latter as the better, because if you do go to your primary care physician most times and you are overweight, they're basically going to ask you what your diet is like or what's your physical activity like. And even to treat this, they're also going to tell you basically lifestyle modification. So they're basically going to tell you, okay, we're going to try to work on your diet, which is why most times you go to hospitals and there are like dietitians. Basically, why am I actually like talking about this? And the second obviously being physical activity. This video came to you basically in September, which is almost tracking the start of the winter arc period, and it's basically going to be a period where the physical activity drops down, unlike in summer where you could take a stroll, you could take a jog, and basically just burn those extra calories, burn those extra fats. During the winter season, it's more challenging. Nobody wants to jog outside under -3 degrees except I'll give that exception because I think last winter I did that, but I tried it once and I was like, yep, never again, almost broke a knee. But it then boils down also to diet. I cannot overemphasize how important it is on what you feed into your body, and I'm basically going to just make a reference to that. The average calorie intake, right? Average calorie intake for a woman is like 2,000 kilocalories per day, and for male it goes up to like 2,500 kilocalories per day. And it's quite interesting how a Big Mac burger is basically 563 kilocalories. I don't know if I'm right, but you could correct me on that in the comment section. And that is basically without the soft drink that you're going to get with it. That is basically without the fries you're going to get with it. And even if, let's say, okay, sum it up, it's like 700 and something kilocalories, it's also like bad calories. Most of this, right, when you check out the fries, the burger, it's basically is highly saturated in fats, which later predisposes you to hyperlipidemia later in life. Well, I'm also not saying completely eliminate this from your diet, because I also know how hard it could be. For the longest of while, I did have a soda problem. I would basically take Fanta, Coca-Cola, Sprite every day, and it even got worse. I think earlier this year I started taking it twice in a day, and I checked the amount of sugar that was actually contained in this, and I was like, Sharon, if I do not cut or if I do not work on this, it's definitely going to be an issue. I am not trying to have diabetes or just later problems down in life, and then obviously I have to start spending a lot of money to get that under control, because the issue is once this problem starts, you're basically stuck with it for life. So I try to curtail it. I did stop buying it in my groceries for the week, and from there, whenever I want to eat it, most times I'll just order it with food. And after a while, I think I was sitting down, upon making this video, I was sitting down yesterday and I actually realized it's been 2 months I haven't had any soft drink. Now, I'm not saying obviously if I go to a party or if I go to a friend's house and I'm offered that, of course I will take it, I would drink it, but it's just good realizing the fact that I am not having this, I'm not drinking this every day. I'm not having to fill my body up with this every day, and I cannot overemphasize on how much it is so important on what we actually feed into our body. I've stayed for 3 years without exercising. It was of recent this year I actually started putting an intentional effort to go into the gym. I was like, nope, there's a gym in my house. I am definitely going to go down and get in those steps, because I also do not really walk around, but I'm still able to maintain or track, be within the same weight brackets for this long, because of also, if you do follow the channel, I genuinely or I actively make sure I know what I'm getting into my body. Eating healthy is expensive, but thankfully also I did not know how to cook, and over time I started following up with people's recipe, went to culinary school, and I was able to track what I eat. I will still eat outside, once in a while. Just having to track what is in my system. Everything you do, you want to do it into moderation. I know most people really emphasize, or they really highlight exercise. Exercise is good, yes, because obviously physical activity is important, but most importantly, you want to be going to exercise to actually like strengthen your bone masses. Winter comes and you basically you order out a lot, unhealthy calories, feed your system and everything, and then summer is coming and you go back to the gym and you want to force out everything, and then winter is coming again, and then the cycle just keeps repeating. So if there's anything you could take from this video, probably try to see this period of time. Winter is coming. I haven't yet watched Game of Thrones, maybe I will, but probably try to see this period of time. Track what you're eating. Like, let's say you eat burgers 3 times a week, 4 times a week. Try and see, like, maybe I also wouldn't say just making the change drastically, because then you're obviously going to relapse most times, except you really have a very good strong will. So let's say try doing twice a week, and then from twice a week, once a week, and then from once a week, once a month. And you'll be surprised when you actually sit back and you're like, oh, it's been 3 months, I actually haven't even had this, which was the impression or the reaction I got yesterday. I was like, oh, I haven't had Coke or Sprite or Fanta in almost 2 months. And if you had told me this earlier this year, I genuinely feel like I would have never believed. But this is me literally putting in the effort intentionally and trying to do this. And so if you're watching this video, I 100% believe you could also do this. And if you stay to the end, you love this video, you took anything away from this video, and you want to see more content like this, then consider joining the family. Give this video a thumbs up, subscribe, become a Bella. And I'll also be sharing more videos like this. I feel like this year I have actively been trying to just like figure things out holistically, and I think I've also been including this. I've been coming to you guys on the channel, though I've been a bit lazy with uploading, I'll give it that. I started the year with a lot of uploads, and this period I kind of slacked just because of a lot that's been going on, but every now and then I'm gonna come drop a video, just talk with you guys. And I'm gonna definitely end this video now, because if I stay, I'm gonna keep yapping and I'm gonna prolong this video. But till my next video, bye guys.